Hi, how are you? Thank you for stopping by or stopping by again as always. So it's finally finished. My raven is finished. I am so happy. I'm just going to mount it, I guess. I don't know when. It's always more fun making them than mounting them, but I really do love it. I think it turned out great. I'm not going to be doing the second one anytime soon. I had a few issues, not with the diamond painting this time, but I recorded this in five, A, B, C, even five parts because my camera can only record for so long, and it gets pretty warm up there. So I recorded in five parts, and my camera stand, which is sort of a Z-shaped thing that I can move around. It started falling apart a while ago, but while I was doing, I think it was the second, or maybe the beginning of the last part, it actually fell. My camera fell off of it and it screwed into it. So it brought, like, the whole thing fell. And then there was a note on the camera that said blah blah might be lost or whatever it said. I was just upset and didn't even want to pay attention to what it was saying. But I knew that it was going to break, so I bought a new one. But I didn't realize that the vise or the clamp on the new one wouldn't fit on my work table. There wasn't that much clearance. Maybe I don't think I put it together upside down, but I wouldn't put it past me either. So the new one wouldn't fit on my work table, so I had to move to the desk. And then the new one isn't a Z shape. It only has one elbow. Well, one at the bottom, one in the middle. The other one had one at the bottom, one at the middle, one at the top, so I could bend it anywhere without, and it was still like a hard piece of steel. It wasn't like a bendy cable type thing. Anyway, so I had to move everything over to my desk. So I had to move a lot of stuff off my desk and move it on. And that wasn't working quite the way I wanted it to. So then I just took it all apart and used a non-extended tripod. So I just put the tripod on the desk. That's why the last bit is not face on, it's to the side, because that's the only way the tripod would pick it up. But I had to use I had a cheaper tripod that came free with something, so that one was totally useless. I mean, it would be fine used as the correct way to use a tripod, but obviously not the way I use a tripod. But other than that, everything worked out okay. I was up till 3 in the morning, and then I realized that I downloaded the wrong thing, and so I had to take that out and put the correct one in, and then I was just fed up. So I went to sleep and woke up at noon today. So then I thought, well, I'm going to get this finished. It's Sunday. I have all day to do this. Don't want to take all day doing it, but I do have all day to do this. Anyway, I'm whining again. I'm so sorry. I'm sure you absolutely do not care one little bit about all these trials and tribulations. But sometimes, and like I said, you're the only people I talk to. There's no one around here to talk to, so I guess you're my sounding board anyway. But it is another beautiful autumn day. The leaves aren't really changing colors. I know they are up north quite a bit, but there's still a lot of green down here. Even my sad old Manitoba maple which is basically garbage maple. These things grow so fast. And this one, I can't even, if there was two of me and I tried to hold hands around the tree, wouldn't happen. Tree's too big. But anyway, it hasn't started changing. There's an elder, I think it's an elder tree, and all the seeds are out and they're everywhere. And I couldn't even go out on my deck just a short while ago because there was box elder bugs all over it. I know they're harmless, but they freak me out. So fortunately now they're all gone, and that's good. I'm happy that they've all found a place to go to, and they're not going to bother me anymore. So now there's, I guess tomorrow's the first day of October, and I'm celebrating Thanksgiving with some friends up north at their cottage on the 7th. I can't believe how early Thanksgiving is this year. I'm sure it's almost always mid to late October, but this is fine. Get it out of the way. I'm happy with that. So I'm to bring dessert, or not dessert, something sweet. So I think I'll just make cookies, maybe macaroons, not macarons, macaroons, because I haven't made those for a while, and I do happen to have all the ingredients. I do have to get some ingredients if I'm going to make cookies, though. So that'll be fun. And now that this one is done, and I'll put a picture up at the end. It's not a great picture, but it is a picture of this completed. And then I probably will start working on those keychains again. You know, the sunflower keychains. I think I've done 2 or 3 of them now. There's a whole bunch of little gnomes, which I don't like. Nothing against gnomes. I just don't like that they're so tiny and the rhinestones are so big. So I don't know how they're going to turn out. So I'm going to do that. There's also the coasters to do, but maybe I'll wait until the dead of winter to do that. And oh my gosh, it's going to be an El Nino winter. So I think that means it's going to be a pretty rough winter. But that's okay. I've got a snow shovel, and we'll just, take care of what needs to be taken care of, as always. And what else? I was going to mention something, and I don't know. I don't know if gingerbread cookies would be good for Thanksgiving. I mean, of course, it is October, but I don't have molasses, and it's always hard to find unsulfured molasses for some reason. But yeah, I might do that. But I think I'll do the macaroons because I have all the ingredients for that. And then I'll have to go out and get some ingredients for cookies. And maybe I'll do some shaped cookies, some sugar cookies. I don't know. It'd just be easier to just build a cake, take it over. But it's still, we're not going until next Saturday. So I have a week, which for me is a bad way to thinking, because when I think I have time, I take the time, and then I sort of rush around at the last minute doing everything. But geez, so Thanksgiving, and then my birthday, and then Christmas, and then New Year's, and then we start all over again. My goodness. My goodness gracious. I'm really excited about Thanksgiving, though, because none of my friends live in my town, and they all live in different towns, even from each other. So it'll be nice to see everybody. Plus, my son's going to be there, so that'll be nice too. I hope everybody gets together with friends and family for Thanksgiving. It's always nice. And I know there's all the infighting and crazy stuff that goes on, but that's just part of life. And, you know, it happens in every family, but I'm really looking forward to Thanksgiving. Not looking forward to baking. I used to love baking, and I still do, I guess. But when you're on a deadline, and I don't really consider 6 days a deadline, but yeah, I made some chocolate fudge last week, but I don't know how long fudge lasts. I think it's just safer not to hold on to it for more than a week and then give it to friends because there's walnuts in it too. So I don't know. It's a 2-ingredient fudge, which has 3 ingredients because I added walnuts, and it turned out so good. And it's basically just Eagle brand milk, or that's the name of it, a condensed sweetened milk, and chocolate chips. So I used dark chocolate chips and walnut, and it turned out really good. It's very dense, and you only need a little tiny piece to satisfy yourself. So, but maybe I can make some more too, but fudge isn't really dessert. It is a sweet treat if you're putting it on a tray with a bunch of other sweet treats, and then you have to wrap it somehow. And no, I think I'll just do the cookies. And I don't know if I'd do a pie. I used to make a lot of pies, but you know, we get older. And when my kids were young, I don't know where I found the time. I would make the pie crust and fill it and put them in the freezer. So whenever anybody, well, not whenever anybody, but if we're having a need for a pie, you just pop it out of the freezer and put it in the oven. You always had a fresh pie. And I used to make jam, and I don't do any of that anymore, and I really should make jam and pickles and can more things for sure, especially if we're going to have a bad winter. But who knows? The winters here are usually pretty mild. We get some snow. Sometimes we get a lot of snow, but it's usually gone within a day or two. So I don't know. But it's always a good idea to learn and do canning. My grandma and mom did it all the time. So we always had food in the winter. Not that we were without food in the winter. But yeah, so excuse me, I don't know why I'm getting these hiccups. I'm getting them for weeks now. Not all the time, not consistently, but I am getting them. So yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm just babbling on again. I do hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving, though. I might, if I feel like I can get one of these camera stands to work, because I can't hold a camera and do anything with my hands at the same time. So if I get one of these camera stands to work, I will definitely post some of the keychains or dangly things, whatever they are. And I probably will do maybe 1 or 2 as a short, or maybe just do them as long form and then make a short out of them. I don't know. I really don't know what I'm going to do. Anyway, I seem to be just droning on. I'm looking at the graph on my sound recorder, and oh my gosh, there's no fluctuations. It's just solid. So it must be boring you all to tears. Anyway, just in case I'm not back, I wish you all a happy Thanksgiving, and I hope you really enjoy it, and I hope you're enjoying the fall as much as I am. So have a great morning, evening, night, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye now.